You're listening to Martial Arts Motivation, Season 1, Podcast 1.
Training in the martial arts is fraught with difficulty. Without mental strength, all too often the student loses motivation and quits, consequently missing out on benefits that are just around the corner. Through sports psychology and martial arts philosophy, the white belt can become a black belt. These ideas are narrated by Sean Allen, a 30-year veteran of the martial arts industry with a skill for teaching students in the martial arts to excel beyond their dreams.
Here's our discussion topic for this broadcast. The reason why you want to quit is the reason why you're here. First, the good news. If you have come up against something like boredom or frustration, then chances are you are approaching a breakthrough in your martial arts journey. Now, a breakdown, unfortunately, usually precedes a breakthrough. Most people don't achieve the breakthrough as they quit at that point of frustration. They just stop training. So boredom and frustration pretty well always come just before an improvement in ability level. And that improvement could be physical or it could be psychological. Well, usually it's both. Now, boredom doesn't make people quit, nor does injury or fear or lack of progress. It's how you handle that problem that sets you apart from the crowd. As instructors, we train you, the student, to become physically stronger, but the real objective is to become mentally stronger. If we make the path easier, the process easier, we cheat you of the real benefit. So, relax, keep training, and in a short time, you'll overcome this hurdle and move past any sticking point you're experiencing right now. The bottom line? What you're feeling is not permanent. It's temporary. You'll grow as a result of the experience, and that's the reason why you started training in the first place. Okay, here's a solution. The first of 3 points I'm going to make is number 1, to keep training. If you're struggling underneath the weight of a challenge that is frustrating you, just know that it will disappear. Thousands, if not millions of martial arts students have gone before you. Don't think that they experienced in any way different than you are. Whatever the drama is, it will dwindle, if not disappear completely, just with normal training. Part 2 is to talk to your instructor. Just think, they probably dealt with the same problem and obviously effectively to get where they are right now because they were a student once, so they may just have the solution and they are there to give it to you. Finally, it's to read. The martial arts journey, as you probably would have guessed, is actually more mental than physical. Your mental strength will easily overcome any physical difficulties that you may be experiencing right now. There is gold, absolute gold, in the recorded words of the masters that have come before you. And those words are right at your fingertips via podcasts similar to this, audio books, Amazon.com, and maybe even walking into your local bookstore. But here's a quote for a way that you can focus your efforts on the dojo floor. It's a way to apply it. The quote comes from Mas Oyama, who created one of the toughest and strongest martial arts styles the world has ever seen, Kyokushinkai, and Mas Oyama was probably the toughest and strongest martial artist the world has ever seen. He said, all selfish desires should be roasted in the tempering fires of hard training. Notice he talked about desires, he talked about your personality, your character. So now is the time to double your training efforts. If you would like a way to be able to apply this in normal day-to-day life, think about this. Your training quite often is a reflection of your life. If you are experiencing frustration on the mat or on the dojo or dojang floor, it's probably a reflection of part of your personality. It's time to learn something about yourself and not to run away.